Hello, ladies. I'm Siobhan Warwick, also known as Dr. Love. I'm a therapist with over 25 years of experience, and I help Christian women gain clarity, heal emotionally, and make God aligned decisions in relationships. Today, I'm sharing 5 red flags you should never ignore, especially if you're trying to date with purpose. Red flag number 1: confusion instead of peace. The Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians 14:33 that God is not the author of confusion but of peace. So, if a relationship leaves you constantly overthinking, second guessing, and unsure where you stand, that's not alignment. Peace is a sign you're in the right place. Confusion is a warning. Red flag number 2: you're compromising your values. You start off strong, knowing what you believe, but over time, you begin to lower your standards just to keep the relationship. Romans 12:2 reminds us not to conform to the patterns of this world, but to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. Anything that pulls you away from who God called you to be is not for you. Red flag number 3: lack of accountability. A man who avoids responsibility, shifts blame, or dismisses your feelings is showing you something important. Galatians 6:5 reminds us that each person should carry their own responsibility. Without accountability, there can be no healthy or stable relationship. Red flag number 4: lack of emotional availability. You feel like you're giving more than you're receiving. You're trying to connect, communicate, and build, but he remains distant, shut down, or inconsistent emotionally. Proverbs 4:23 reminds us to guard our hearts because everything we do flows from it. If someone cannot meet you emotionally, you will always feel unfulfilled. Red flag number 5: you feel emotionally drained instead of supported. Instead of feeling peace, you feel tired, drained, overwhelmed. A relationship should not feel like constant work just to feel okay. God's design for relationships includes support, not depletion. From a practical standpoint, these patterns often lead to anxiety, emotional exhaustion, and confusion because you're constantly trying to make sense of something that isn't stable. Here's the truth: most women don't miss red flags, they ignore them, not because you lack wisdom, but because you're holding on to potential instead of truth. And I want you to hear this clearly. You don't have to settle for confusion, inconsistency, or emotional exhaustion just to be in a relationship. Healthy, aligned relationships bring clarity, peace, and stability. If you're finding yourself stuck in unhealthy patterns or confused in your relationships, you don't have to navigate it alone. I currently have a few openings and would love to support you in gaining clarity, strengthening your foundation, and moving forward with confidence. Visit my website to get started. Ladies, you only get one life. This is not a dress rehearsal. Make a decision today to honor God in your choices, especially in your relationships. When you meet someone, take a moment to pray. Ask God to reveal what you may not be able to see on your own. Ask Him for clarity, for wisdom, and for discernment. Be intentional, be wise, and trust God to help guide you as you navigate your relationships. Because the truth is, we can't expect God to fix what we never invited Him into. God is not asking you to settle, He's calling you to be aligned. If you're ready to begin your healing journey, I'm here. Visit the link in the description below to book your first appointment. I'll see you in the next video.